Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten, and I have your love dynamic spread for your coupled relationship all laid out for you. Couples meaning it could be a new relationship, someone that you're dating, or even that you just started dating. You want to see the dynamic between you this month. Could be for established existing relationships, relationships that are years old, marriage, living together, whatever. So I'm just pulling up the energies that show up for you in the month of August. I'm using the Love Dynamics spread in the Love Dynamics deck to do this reading. On the back of each card reveals the energy, the challenge, the intention, the feelings, the past, the future actions, the outcome of the relationship. And so it's super predictive and clear and easy to use. You don't need to rely on a reader. You can read your own love story and start taking charge of your own heart. If you're interested in purchasing this deck, there's a link to it in my description box. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, I'm available, and there's a link in my description box to book your reading. Okay, so let's get started with today's your monthly August reading. We have in the first row, this is the beginning of the month, mid-month, end of the month. This is your energies, your partner's energy, and the dynamic between you. So starting in row one, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Ace of Coins. So we start off August being tested by what's unhealthy or unhealthy habits, patterns, fears. There's a grip here, whether it's fear, control, past trauma, or codependency. Um, it needs to be addressed. And if it doesn't, it's going to start running the show. So there's some negative dynamic that's that's blocking the fertility and growth of this relationship. I do see that you're showing up very grounded and generous as the Queen of Coins. You want something that lasts. You're pouring into this relationship. You want to build a future with this person. You're offering them stability, effort, and care. The partner's energy is the Ace of Coins. They're offering you something real too. This is a promising start. They're opening the door to something long term, whether it's commitment, shared responsibility, or building a life together. It's a new chapter and they're all in. But the devil in the middle here says that something is lurking underneath all of this potential and a fear, a behavior, or codependency that needs to be faced. So you can truly build. So even though the energy between you is both supportive, there's a shadow underneath that you need to break free from so that you can truly build this relationship up. Sorry about the sounds, or the receptacle trucks are outside. So mid-month, we have the Five of Coins, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So by mid-month, tension rises, and so does avoidance, right? One or both of you are trying not to deal with this devil energy, avoiding hard conversations, avoiding decisions, avoiding feelings. But silence isn't going to solve the problem. Your energy is the Five of Coins. Gemini, you show up as the Five of Coins. In this energy, someone feels unsupported and insecure, whether it's emotional, financial, or energetic. There's a sense of being left out in the cold, and you may not even feel comfortable asking for help or saying what's wrong. You feel lonely in this relationship. You may be keeping financial problems or issues hidden from the partner. The partner's energy is the Queen of Wands. So They see you as that magnetic. They're drawn to you. You inspire them, you excite them. They're paying attention to your light. They feel highly attracted to you and see you as confident, bold, and magnetic. You light a fire in them or inspire them. So why do you feel alone? It may be that they're loving the version of you that you put out there and missing what you need underneath. I feel like this is an emotional gap. You both want each other, but no one is naming the discomfort, and you feel unsupported. But your partner sees you as strong and glowing. So there's some kind of a disconnect that needs to be acknowledged in your dynamic. Next, we have the Two of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Cups. So around the end of the month, the Empress challenges you to shift a dynamic that's off. It could be that you or they are giving too much while forgetting themselves. The challenge here is to balance love and self-care, ensuring mutual effort, or managing external influences. Remember to prioritize yourself. True love will follow when you do. So there's nurturing love and care, but is it mutual is the question. Someone may be overgiving, prioritizing others above themselves. By the end of the month, you are the Two of Wands, Gemini, and you're thinking about what you need to do. You're at a fork in the road. Do I keep pouring into this relationship as it is, or do I pivot? It's not dramatic, but you're observing and weighing your options carefully. With your partner's energy is the Ten of Cups. They open up more emotionally. They're envisioning a future with you. They really want this. They want the ideal love story with you, and they're showing you affection and emotional interest in a big way. The outcome card is the Ace of Swords, so this is clarity that's coming, truth coming out. So someone finally says what's been unspoken or unfaced. A real conversation happens that cuts through the tension and gives you both a clear chance to start fresh on equal ground. So some sort of conversation is coming that provides a new perspective or a new understanding between you, and thus a new beginning, a mental refresh. Gemini, even though you're hesitant, your partner shows up and you both want love, but the clarity comes from speaking the truth, not guessing. There's an emotional breakthrough waiting if you are brave enough to say what needs to be said. So you start the month committed, Gemini, steady, and trying to do the right thing, but somewhere along the way you start to feel left out or unappreciated. And that leads to you reassessing by the end of the month. You're not done, you're just deciding if you're still in it, and you need more reciprocity. You need more understanding. But you need to tell your partner what it is you need because they can't read your mind. And I said that in one of my other readings. I think it was Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. I see Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Capricorn, and Aries in the reading. Your partner's energy is the Ace of Coins, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So they come in with potential. The beginning of the month, they're drawn to you and they're trying to create something solid, but they may not understand how you really feel. They see your light, your power, but they need to slow down and tune into your emotional reality. By the end of the month, they're more emotionally available and committed. This relationship is on a journey from fear to love. It starts with unhealthy patterns, codependencies, fears, and it moves through emotional avoidance and finally arrives at a point where nurturing must become mutual, not one sided. With the Ace of Swords coming crowning the middle, I think the truth will be a game changer here, and everything is going to improve after honest conversation is had. And that means full honesty, Gemini, including, this feeling and or this issue that you don't want to bring up or face, or maybe have them lose uh, faith in you or be less inspired by you because of this issue that you're having. Don't be afraid of that. Don't let that come between you. So that's just some of the dynamic that the cards are picking up that you may face this month in your relationship. You may start the month off focused on building something solid, but unspoken needs and emotional disconnection leads to doubt. You want more support, and your partner wants to love you, but you may not realize but they may not realize where where you've fallen short or where they've fallen short. And there's a chance to reset through an honest conversation because love is present, very strong in this relationship. Um, a heart to heart will bring clarity. If you both speak truthfully and honestly, this relationship can shift into a much deeper emotional alignment that's beautiful. But if avoidance continues, you need a backup plan. You shouldn't sugarcoat your needs, Gemini. You need to say what you feel. You're not asking for too much. You're asking to be seen. Pull yourself out of it, snap out of it, and tell your partner what's going on. Um, I'm picking up like it feels like I'm saying several different, like three different stories. So guys, sometimes I'm just not in the mood to decipher all three layers. Please just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And remember, this is just for entertainment purposes only. If this relationship is brand new, my advice is that it won't last without real talk. Be honest now to avoid it fading later. And if this relationship is long term, then you've built a lot, but hidden pain and silent resentment will undo all that you've built if you don't address what's wrong. Talk now so you can heal now, and your love can still win later. All right? So that's your reading, Gemini. I hope you found it healing, helpful, hopeful, and insightful. And if you did, hit that thumbs up. Show me that you liked the video. Comment. Leave your comments. I love reading your comments. And subscribe to the channel. It's brand new and need your support. Thank you in advance for your subscribing, and to all those who have already subscribed, I appreciate you. If you like a personal reading, my information is in the description box. And if you're interested in the love dynamics deck, there is a link to that in my description box as well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next month. Bye, Gem.